Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews. This is going to be my review and recap for The Real Housewives of Miami. The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 4, Episode 3 and 4. I'm going to do both of them together. We gonna roll with it. Let's jump into the foolishness, shall we? So, you mean to tell me he's mad because he brought cannabis to your house, got your son who had a traumatic brain injury high enough to pass out and hit his head. Your fiance, who is understandably upset, has to call 911 and all these other things, and he goes off on your degenerate son, who you've kind of alluded to ain't got his shit together. Talk about you gonna be a bum just like your daddy. Your daddy left you enough money that you don't have to do anything with your life, and now you feel like you can't marry him if him and your son don't get on the same page. It feels more like it's an issue with your son than it is with your fiance, but I could be wrong. Let's get into these crab roll thingies because that looks delicious. I'm starving. Jesus. Okay, one. Miss Lisa never having had played with a sex toy. She said she played with other things, but not sex toys. So you fucking cucumbers. Is that what you're saying, daughter? I don't understand. Neither here nor there. Then Alexis goes into this whole thing about her. She's receiving her. They asked Juliana, that you're a lesbian. Does that mean you're never going to be with another man? And she was like, oh no, I'm very much bisexual. And they was like, oh, okay, da 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 da. And she was like, yeah, that's great timing. Alexis says it's great timing because she's being honored for by the LGBTQIA community for being an ally. And then she proceeds to tell the ladies that she found out that her father was gay. It's been 31 years since she actually, I guess, found out or knew that her dad was gay. And she said you repeat the patterns, and she ended up marrying a man who was also in the closet. And then some rude beach at the table talk about at his funeral I heard that he died while having sex with a man. And Alexis thought about that thing for a second, and she was like, well, if that's the way you're gonna die, that's the way I would want to go. I said, I know that's damn right, girl. And first of all, I want to know who the rude. Why would you say that to her? As she's crying about her dead father and her dead ex-husband. Why would you even open your, these bitches is rude. And you can see Gertie's face. I was like, oh, no ma'am. No. Okay, old girl is trying to sell her house for $14 million. And the realtor is trying to tell her, I don't know if that's what. Listen, people have unrealistic expectations when it comes to real estate and selling their house and what their house is worth and all that good stuff, child. So we gonna see. We're gonna see. I do know that she was married to that man for 21 years. Neither one of them had a prenup, so I guess they splitting everything down the middle. Child. Not there at the art show for Martina. Adriana, who put everything together and curated all the things, has two dates, a young one and an older one. Why is Juliana not only upset that she has multiple dates, but she immediately throws salt into the game? First of all, she was pissed when she found out that she had the one date, the young hot one was there, and she introduced him when they first got there. And she was like, And then when the second date came and she introduced her to the second date, she was immediately like, oh, you got another. This is your second date? Loudly in the man's face. She tried to keep the men separated. And here she come throw a salt immediately into her game. Like, what kind of friend are you? Like, you mad jealous? Are y'all scissors? Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. You mad jealous though, and it don't look cute when you right next to your wife, being salty about your friend having multiple dates. All right, so we're sliding from episode 4 to 5 because we left off at to be continued because Alexis was sitting at the table waiting for Herman's uh, lover to appear so she could ask him some questions, and she got stood up. He never showed up. Yeah, I guess. Well, let's see what else is going on with the ladies. What is this passive aggressive, narcissistic, toxic situation that's happening between Juliana and Adriana? Like, y'all are in a relationship with each other for real, or no? Or what's going on? Why is you at this farm in this white dress and these fancy dancy heels? Like, I have so many questions. Like, none of this is making sense. Gertie is like, eh? I am Gertie and Gertie is me. Jesus. So you and your infinite wisdom thought it was appropriate to wear a white dress and white extremely fancy shoes to a farm when it was raining and muddy out. And then your friend whose farm it was, you was like, listen, you what started off as cute, oh no, you gonna have to wash my feet. And you owe me a new pair of shoes, cause what the fuck? And as her friend, I would have been like, you knew not to wear this shit when you got your ass hit. Like, why would you even come to my farm dressed all in white? This doesn't make any sense. But yeah, then bring your shoes out. We'll wash your shoes off. I'll spray your feet down. I'm not gonna massage your feet, bitch. What the fuck do you think this is? Weird. This is very weird. Again, I am Gertie and Gertie is me. And so they're going into party planning for um, Juliana's whatever party she's having. And she was like, oh, my son, Gertie's like, my son loved the farm. He's like, do your girls like the farm? And she was like, no, not really. And she was like, well, do you ever just wish some days, what if I had a boy? And then she immediately starts crying. And then it went to commercial. Child, dramatics. Who's gonna punch Adriana in the face? Because what the hell are you even talking about, ma'am? Did you just sit here and watch two women who've gone through a similar experience of losing a child have sympathy for one woman and then tell the other woman, don't make this about you? Are you high, Clary? Okay. Like, nobody else wants to suck Juliana's booty but you, honey. You can calm down. Okay, so we get the final post-mortem on the situation with Herman's lover, Leo. He stood up at the restaurant, but he did call her, and they talked for 4 hours. And out of that conversation, she got that Herman was happy and in love and in good relationship, and he would have never told her because he respected her too much. And um, the first thing the guy said to her before he could jump into we were in love and all of this was that he loved and respected her a lot, and that he always spoke highly of her, which is pretty amazing. So she was able to put a beautiful little bow on that. And then she was like, should I invite him to my wedding? And her best friend, her gay friend, was like, no ma'am, you don't went too far. Really back in, daughter. What you doing? You doing too much. Not Gertie planning the birthday party for Julia, doing a beautiful job. All the decor looked beautiful to me. It looked really well set up, all that good stuff. She had it under control because you know why? This is her job and that's what she does. For Adriana to get her little raggedy ass there and talk about something, I'm underwhelmed. I mean, you're not going to do anything with the backs of chairs. Don't you usually do backs of chairs? Go sit down. Sit down and enjoy the party. Shut your mouth. Nobody's talking to you. Just because you mad and jealous and a big old bitch to boot. Don't rain on people's parade and their birthday party situations. Don't do that. Don't don't do that. Go somewhere and sit down. Not Gertie returning fire to Adriana by asking Martina how she felt about Julia washing Adriana's feet. Oh, that was messy. It's very messy. Not mad at it. It's very messy. Why would you ask that woman that? And Juliana was very clear. She was like, I was very clear to cover my ass, and I told Martina already, so this is not new news. Ooh, Jesus. You better cover your ass. Even though Adriana, for the party, she came to the house dressed one way, and then she had a change of clothes, her party outfit. And her titties was all the way out down to her navel. And then there was some jasmine flowers that Juliana put in the crux of her titties, and talk about I dare not smell them. And Martina looking at her like, you smell them if you want to. You going your whole eye gonna be swole shut before this night is over. Not Martina coming back at the table and be like, so what are you sharing, Julia? It's like, what are y'all sharing? What you sharing, girl? What's all the sharing? And she was like, what do you want me to share? And she was like, we share trainers. I don't know. And I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I really feel like I am blown out. Like I'm casket sharp today. I don't know. I think this is the concealer. I don't know. I feel like my coloring is off. That's okay. I'm gonna fix it tomorrow. It's fine. So Martina is really not for play over the bullshit, and she was like, then she turns to Adriana and said, "What did you do to get a foot massage?" And she was like, "Oh, she ruined my shoes. They were covered in the chicken poop and goat poop." And so she washed. She so she washed them. You just washed them off. She was like, "Yeah, she washed them off, and then she massaged my feet." I was waiting for Martina to start singing, "You Can't Stop the Rain." I am confusion. I am legit confusion. Why is Gertie? Okay, so Adriana's being an asshole as usual, par for the course, because they're in the hot seat because Gertie brought up the feet washing, and Martina is not as great with it as she has previously led them on to believe. So Adriana is being an asshole to Gertie and telling her to shut up and girl, nobody likes you. And now Gertie is crying like, I don't know. And the other women are saying, well, Gertie just needs to do X, Y, and Z and learn to turn it off, that she can be overbearing and stuff. Gertie, girl, these ain't your friends, girl. Girl, girl, girl. Please know, beloved, these are not your friends. They not your friends. They not. But we're gonna see what she crying about because she said, you don't know what I've been through. Girl, child, let's find out what Gertie been through, child. All right, so before we swing into episode 5, Adriana's a dick. Not Gertie is trying to explain what it is that she's been through and why she might be a little bit more emotional or a little bit more loud and up front and out front. As soon as she mentions losing her brother and two of her brother's 3 children, Here come Adriana. Well, you're not the only one who has losses. And, and cuts her completely off. And everybody's like, well, no, don't be rude. Let her finish speaking. Let her finish getting her story out. And Adriana's being a complete asshole in this moment. You, Adriana Love, baby girl, you was a jackass. And you would do it, and you did it on purpose because you don't like the fact that um, Gertie and Juliana bonded on that level of losing a child, and you've been an asshole ever since that happened. So, and it's been tit for tat, cause Gertie throwing out the foot washing story in the middle of the birthday dinner thing, too far, but it is what it is. She better than me because I done came across that table and punched her in the mouth. But that's bless God. All right, so let's zoom on into episode 5. Did I say shout out to Martina for when Adrian was acting the ass at Juliana's birthday party at the table? Talk about Gertie, nobody likes you. And Martina was like, I like you. Martina gets all the points. I feel like I look very white girl today. Like white chicks is what I look like. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's what I look like. Oh, this concealer is way too light for my skin. I feel like I look super duper white. I don't like it. I don't like this at all. This is like wash my face and start over again. I had to put a filter on this so I look darker. Because what the fuck is happening to my face? I look like I used casket number 64. I don't like this at all. I know it's the dead of winter, and this is probably as pale as I'm going to get, but this makes me feel... I don't like this. Yes, has nothing to do with Miami. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just got caught in my face. Goodbye. So I really just want them to stop calling cocktails cock, because it's off-putting. It's legit off-putting. Maybe it's the hair that's washing me out. Because I shout out to Fenty because I have some hazelnut loose powder that I brushed all over my face to try to add some color back into my face because I really feel like I'm blown out and washed out. Maybe it's the hair. I'm going to use a different foundation tomorrow because you see this is not really... I had to zip this up because I went outside and it's 2 degrees outside. But do I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I feel like I'm being really vain right now. I feel like I'm being super vain right now. And I need it. Not my thing being stuck in my hair. I don't know. I know before today's over with, I'm buying an eyelash curler. Because I can't do this. Better. But yeah. And why did Marisol say that Alexis is, she knows why Alexis is marrying Todd? Because Alexis wants to be married to Marisol, and Todd is Marisol with a dick. Ma'am. No, ma'am. No. Absolutely. We're not doing that today. No, ma'am. Okay, so I just want to say Juliana and Adriana's relationship is weird. Not Adriana's at some car place and about to buy a car, and Juliana shows up to help her or champion her or whatever, be her moral support, and then she get there and the little date from your young guy date um, from the art thing is there, and now you and your feelings and you mad. You upset, you throwing up and crying and sliding down the wall. Okay, Sugarfoot. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, I completely get where Nicole is coming from in regards to her dad, and she's not being sure if she wants to reconcile with him because he went to jail when she was young, and her mom had to struggle taking care of them. So she doesn't know if she wants to reconcile. She's like, he's old and he's about to, he's on his way on out the door, and but she's still processing the hurt and the betrayal of him going to jail in the first place and leaving them alone to struggle, even though I'm 100% sure if it could have been a different way, he would have wanted it to be that way. So I get it. I don't know what she should just she should try to make amends with her dad, because I would rather her try and make amends with him while he's still alive than for something to happen to him and then she's forever regretful that she didn't give it a chance to make amends with her dad, and he's gone away and now she can't mend it. I am truly not under. I maybe. Oh, what is happening? I'm truly not understanding what the issue is here, and why, ma'am, your son gave your other son some drugs to the point to where he had passed out, and it was paramedics and shit. When your kids come to ask you ridiculous questions about hypothetical shit that's never gonna happen. Anyway, ma'am, the fact that this man cares so deeply for your son who has had this traumatic accident and sees the child who he is now, y'all are still looking at him for what he was before the accident and not seeing that his life has drastically changed so that you cannot do the same things that you used to do with him, and you snot and cry and talk about, but you don't understand the pain that we have. What if you don't? And he says, if y'all don't get some real help, get some real help. Drive me crazy. I listen. Todd, run, Todd, because these people are idiots. Not this man, who is not this child's father, is advocating for you not to get this child high and to do regular shit with this kid. And you, as his mama, talk about well, don't say that we haven't done anything. He was like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? What can you do? What's going on? Get him some actual help. She's like, and then she says, well, what are you doing? He's not my kid, though. See how that happens? My thing is, why is this man more concerned with this child? You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. I just found my mango dragon fruit lemonade at Starbucks, and I'm about to order one. Goodbye. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. My respect for Todd is all the way up here, because sometimes you have to speak truth when you are outside of the picture frame looking at the whole picture, and the people are stuck inside the frame and they think that they see the whole thing, but they are missing big chunks, and somebody has to be the truth teller in this situation. And I respect the hell out of Todd for being the truth teller and saying, y'all fuckers need some help and you can't. And she was like, well, we want to help Frankie and make sure Frankie has everything that he needs. And he's telling you, you can't help Frankie until you get yourselves right. He said the same thing I said. When they give you instructions on the plane, before you help someone else, put your mask on yourself first, or you're going to end up hurt trying to help the other person. You can't pour for an empty cup. Fix y'all shit first. And once y'all get better, then y'all can do better for him, and he can get better. It's a domino effect. We're all trying to get to the same place. He's like, I'm sorry my delivery is not as sexy as you want it to be, but the result is what the result's going to be. And right now y'all stuck and y'all need to get some help. Amen. You better preach a word in here on today, Todd. Todd is the man. Indeed, the man. This is how the episode ended. This has been my review and recap of the Real Housewives of Miami season 4, episodes 3, 4, and 5. Like, comment, and subscribe. Put a Team Todd in the comments, and we'll catch y'all for the next one. Peace.